Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, as today it is a massive showdown in Columbia, South Carolina. The number 12 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks will play host to the number 9 Texas A&M Aggies as the Gamecocks in their so-called gauntlet today against another top 10 team. But it's a rivalry matchup, and we're number 12 in the inaugural CFP rankings. I did not expect that. So this game just got even larger. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. As here's a look at the rivalry so far. A&M is, well, they're 9-1 in these previous 10 meetings. Won the last one at Kyle Field. But now we're here in Williams-Brice, our home turf, and we get started nicely on the run as we stop them with minimal gain. But on 2nd and 10, that is Ruben Owens who gets a gain of 9, and quickly it's a third down for the Aggies. They go back to the ground and they just get it. Le'Veon Moss gets the first down despite the efforts of Debo Williams. So new set of downs here for Texas A&M, and this time Moss ain't going nowhere. The run defense really struggled last week against Oklahoma. It's good to see they've started off well this game, but that's a big-time throw. Connor Weigman downfield. He's a guy to watch out for. The redshirt sophomore is an impact guy in the backfield. He's got A&M driving here. Next play, dumped off short, picks up 5. 2nd and 5 now. Weigman back to throw again. Looks deep across the middle, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emenwari, his 3rd of the season. And the safety from Irmo, South Carolina, gets the Gamecocks a turnover. Picks off Weigman. And now they'll start their first drive of the game at their own 6. In the shadow of their own end zone, they'll just go screen to Sanders, who's been so impactful this season as a pass catcher. He actually is in the top people in all the country in receptions. He gets a first down now. He'll get his first carry of the game where he will be stopped. This will be a very tough line to go up against. Texas A&M has a massive front 7. As on 2nd and 10, there's a wide open man, but Sellers could not hit Jared Brown. A misfire there. 3rd and 10, A&M will bring pressure, and Sellers just gets the throw off, but it's incomplete. And South Carolina will go 3 and out. So nothing after the turnover as A&M gets the ball back, as this will be a delayed give for a gain of 1. Offset pistol here, 2nd and 9. Moss is in the backfield. Kyle Kennard, the former Ball State transfer with the TFL, and it's 3rd and 13. A&M will go empty here. Weigman wants all of it. Goes deep, but it's knocked away by the redshirt freshman Vicari Swain. And the defense gets off the field again, doing a good job so far in the early going. Back with South Carolina's offense, here's Oscar Attaway III, who picks up 7. They cross midfield, now hand it off for Sanders, and he'll get maybe 2. Big 3rd and 1. They go back to the ground game, trusting Sanders, and he gets it and a lot more. We got a nice pickup of 9 there. And South Carolina putting together a drive here. 1st and 10, quick pass to Brown. That's going to be caught for 6. Just methodical offense is what it's going to have to be today if you want to get going on the Aggies. As here's a nice run on Sanders on the outside, picks up 11. He's got 5 for 22. He'll check out for this game, though, or for this play, as Attaway gets back to the line of scrimmage. DJ Hicks with the stop. 3rd and 6 now for the Gamecocks. As Sellers is flushed, and he tries to get it to his check down, but it doesn't work. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. South Carolina kicked a field goal on that drive, and they lead 3-0. But A&M faces a big 3rd down here to begin the second quarter. They're at the 17 of South Carolina. They go on the ground, and they're going to get it. Le'Veon Moss, the junior, picks it up. Red zone trip here for A&M. As the next play, Weigman's going to keep it himself, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. Connor Weigman with the score as he hits a Heisman pose. Settle down now, maybe a little bit too early, but I would not be surprised if he's in that conversation later in his career. So Texas A&M out front now 7-3. What a juke move by Sanders, who's starting to get hot here. He's got South Carolina out to the 48, already at 43 yards on the ground. 1st and 10, changes some things in the line. Sellers flushed out, had a man open, and he finally checks it to him, but it's late. Harbor is going to drop that ball. 2nd and 10 now. Sellers trying to set up a screen. Sanders outside. He's got it. It's a foot race to the marker, and he'll win it. He gets the first down. Now into Aggie territory. Next play, Attaway gets the handoff. He picks up 4. Methodical offense continues. Bubble screen for Larvidane, but it's read to perfection. Nice stop by Trey Jones. And now it's 3rd and 4. Sellers back to throw. He had a man wide open. Simon's right there, but he doesn't see him. Instead, he's running out of the pocket. He'll get out of bounds, but it'll be 4th down. Gamecocks will try a 51-yard field goal, but it's not even close. Mason Love pushed that way to the right. So they come up empty, and now Texas A&M will have good field position on this drive. As at their own 46, they go to Ruben Owens on the ground. The former 5-star from El Campo, Texas, gets the start today. 2nd and 8. This is Moss checking back in. They've been a good 1-2 punch today. And they get it out to the 39. Now there's another back. A third back gets the carry, and that's a 1st down. So the offense starting to pick up a little momentum here for A&M as they go back to the ground. Owens with a big hole, and he's actually going to find it. Not a big hole, excuse me, just a big run. Great vision there on display by the freshman. It's a red zone trip. 1st and 10. Fake it. Now they hand it off. Hurdles a defender inside the 5, rumbling down to the 4. 2nd and inches now. Back to the backs. Is hit hard by Kennard. Loss of 2, and now you get a big 3rd and 2. A&M in the eye. You don't see this much in college. Off the fake. Weigman fires, and he finds Moose Muhammad in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. Impressive play by Connor Weigman to find Muhammad. And A&M extends their lead. Now they're up 14-3. As that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. South Carolina with the football trying to chip into this lead before half. 2nd and 8. Sellers steps up. He's going to keep it himself. There was blanket covers downfield. And he's going to pick up the 1st down with his legs. Out to the 28 now. Sellers, next play, again being chased. Just throws it off his back foot. That's dangerous. Luckily, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Sellers back to drop again. Quick finds his tight end. That's Joshua Simon. He picks up 7. And now 3rd and 3. Sellers to throw. Dumps it off for Sanders. He'll pick up the 1st down. Swung down at the 15-yard line. Inside a minute now, Gamecocks taking their time. They don't want to give any time back to the Aggies. As on 1st and 10, Sellers hit as he throws. Just a great pass rush on display for the Aggies here today. As on 2nd and 10, trying to go up top for Harbor. It's underthrown. Tyreek Chappell will get a hand on it. Now you face 3rd and 10. Sellers to throw. 5-man rush, and it's going to get home. Off the back of his lineman, almost picked off. So South Carolina, they'll settle for 3. And Love will drill this one, and that'll take us to the half. A&M content with taking a 14-6 lead into the break, as it's been a very good defensive battle for both squads. But South Carolina will start off the football, and a chance to get back in this one. Still a lot of time left to play here at Willie B. Who will win this rivalry matchup? After a pretty quick first half, we're back here in the second. Both these teams use more of a traditional pro-style offense, so that's why this game has been a little bit quicker, because there's been a lot of huddles, been a lot of downtime. But the Gamecocks with the football out of the break, trying to cut into this lead as there's a fumble down. Sanders fumbles it out of bounds. And it's quickly 3rd and 8 for the Gamecocks on their first drive. Sellers across the middle finds Sanders out of the backfield. That'll move the chains. 7 catches, 64 yards today for Rocket in the air, continuing that production. He'll sub out for Attaway on this play, and this is going to go backwards. The A&M run defense all over that one. Loss of 2. Scooby Williams leads the way, the Florida Gator transfer. 2nd and 12, looking right side. That's a dangerous pass. Harbor can't bring it in. And now South Carolina faces 3rd and 12. Texas A&M brings 4, and Sellers is off the mark. Throws it between 2 defenders, and that is incomplete. First drive here for the A&M Aggies in the second half, as that's a nice 8-yard strike from Weigman, who's been on point so far today, minus the 1 interception. As on 2nd and 2, there's a quick pass for Jadade Walker, who picks up the first. To the 33 in the pistol, handoff, nice cut by Owens to find the space right side. For redshirt freshman, Owens has looked very savvy today. Now at the 45, Weigman looks right side, double coverage, and that's going to be caught. Nice grab by the junior Noah Thomas, as Weigman only 2 incompletions today, 12 for 14. 2nd and 4 now. In the gun, Weigman takes the snap, looks left side, and that one's off the back of Swain. Good defense there. And now it's a big 3rd and 4. 2 tight ends in the pistol. Gonna throw out of it. Weigman looks left side. Nobody's in the flat, caught by Thomas, who has a lot of space to work. Now a $1.50 for Weigman, as it's up to the 38 of South Carolina. Play fake 1st and 10. He wants it all. Throwing it deep, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage by Fortune. He wanted Noah Thomas. 2nd and 10, now back to the ground. And this one's going to be wrapped up after a gain of 1. E.J. Smith ges the carry as A&M's employed a 3-back system today, which is kind of cool to see. 3rd and 9 from behind. Weigman gets hit, but he stays on his feet. Checks it down. This one's caught. That could have been a big loss. And it keeps Texas A&M in field goal range. They're going to try the 50-yarder. This is the redshirt senior Jared Zirkle, the Florida State transfer. And he nails the kick. Up and good. 3 more points for the Aggies. They lead 17-6 now. As the South Carolina offense has got to get going. This isn't going to help. 1st and 10. It's a lost play on a screen, and there's still a holding call on it. Trey Bobolade again gets tagged for the penalty. That's a loss of 10. Now 2nd and 15. It's a handoff for Sanders, who gets a lot of that yardage back. He gets it within 1. Nice run there of 14. He's got 13 for 73 today. And on 3rd and 1, Attaway will check back in. They'll hand it off to the North Texas transfer, and he'll add the 1st down and more. Gets us out to the 45. He has 6 for 47 on the ground. Been pretty effective today. New set of downs. They go play fake. Sellers clean pocket. Finds Simon downfield. That's a nice catch and run for the tight end, who gets it to the 25. It's good when he finally has a clean pocket. Sellers able to find his man, but it's been very disruptive back there today. 1st and 10. Here's DJ Braswell with a nice carry. He gets 16. We also use 3 backs pretty regularly. 1st and goal. It's going to be a tackle for a loss, but he gets him up high. Free 1st down to begin. A face mask on the defense as they're going to get Gabriel Brownlow for the penalty. So now you got goal to go from the 5. 1st and goal as Attaway goes backwards. As that is Damian Sanford coming down to make the play. 2nd and goal screen for Harbor, but he doesn't get the block, and that's a loss of 2. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. We're going backwards. Sellers on 3rd and goal takes a hit, takes a couple. He's still on his feet somehow. He's going to scramble out left, and he gets to the 1-yard line. What a play by Sellers. And now that we're at the 1, we got a real shot to go for this. The offense is going to stay on the field. Man in motion, 4th and goal. Sellers keeps it, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. All on the back of Lenoris Sellers. What a 2 plays for him as he gets to score. We would go for 2, and we would actually not get the 2, so it stays 17-12 as the Aggies take a lead going into the 4th quarter in what is a massive matchup. Here's a look again at the first college football playoff ranking. We're 12, they're 9. Something's got to give in this rivalry matchup. 2nd and 7 to begin the 4th quarter. A&M in our territory, but they lose 3 on the first play. And now you got a big 3rd and 10. Clean pocket. Throws left side wide open out of the backfield. That's the halfback inside the 5. Nobody covered him on the out routes. That's a big play for the Aggies. They're threatening again. 1st and goal. Weigman's going to keep it on a quarterback draw, and he's going to find the end zone again. Touchdown Aggies. 2nd on the ground. 3rd of the day for Connor Weigman. Those sophomore red shirts puts them up ahead, doubling our score, 24-12. As we get the ball back, that's a nice spin move. Probably the coolest 2 yards for Attaway. 2nd and 8, now checking it down to him. Makes a man miss, trying to get outside, but he rallies to the defense. They only gains 3, and now it's a 3rd and 5. Sellers tries a halfback draw, but there's nowhere to go. Left guard Ja'Kai Moore just got pushed in the backfield, just bulldozed by Gabriel Brown, and that ends the drive. We give it back to A&M, and the clock is continuing to tick. Running out of time here. As after a gain of 5 to go back to the ground, and this time Owens is not going to get there. Injured Aggie on the field, center Mark Naboo Jr. Big 3rd and 2. They go right side, and he gets the 1st down. Gets a nice block from the backup center, who comes in and does his job well. Drive stays alive now out to the 37. 1st and 10. A great route on the outside by Moose Muhammad to get open in single coverage. Out to the 25. They come back in the I formation. It's a play fake. Weigman looks left side. This one's batted down. That's Tonka Hemingway in coverage. What a play by the D lineman. 2nd and 10. Again, they go play fake, and this time nobody counts for the tight end. A huge catch and run down to the 3. Another goal to go chance here for the Aggies. They hand it off to Owens, and he doesn't get it. A yard shy. But on 2nd and goal, they come goal line. Toss out. It's broken tackle. Broken ankles and a touchdown. Le'Veon Moss. What a play. Breaks the first tackle. Takes the ankles of DQ Smith. And that's going to be an Aggie touchdown. They now lead by 3 scores by 19. As we come out of the 2-minute warning for the Gamecocks. It's starting to look bleak. As here's a 2nd and 12. Nice pass to Braswell. Nice move. gets us to the 10. Sellers has been hit a lot today, though. He's starting to feel some wear and tear as he takes another shot here. Third sack of the day. That's Nick Scorton getting his first half, surprisingly enough. Now 3rd and 5. Sellers looking to run for it himself. He does, breaks a tackle, and finds another touchdown. Sellers has been running for his life today, but he's done a great job overall. But you can see the wear and tear in his body. That right side's taking a couple hits today as we kick the extra points, 31-19. And we need a couple of onside kicks. Here comes the first. Kai Kroger boots it on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Ja'Day Walker. And the Aggies now 3rd and 4, just looking to put this one away, and they do off the RPO. And that'll do it for this one. Texas A&M wins 31-19, your final score here in Columbia, South Carolina. They take the next win in this rivalry. As you can take an now look, they've won 11. As we need to get back on Texas A&M. They've kind of dominated this, but they're a solid team this year. Connor Weigman played an absolute sensational game, and the fact that he runs a pro-style offense is going to look very appealing to scouts, I would have to think, whenever he decides to come out of college. I don't think it should be this year, but I think he could be a future first-round quarterback. On our side, an offense, it was tough, man. This is probably one of the hardest defensive games we've played this year. A&M played a stout. There was nowhere to run. Passing was hard. Sellers didn't have a lot of time. Our offensive line got bullied. And A&M was just the better team. They came out, they win, they get closer to an at-large berth while we will fall in the rankings. But the fact that we went 2-2 in our last 4 against the teams we played, that's pretty impressive. It's not all bad news. We get some recruiting news, starting with 4-star defensive end Sean Hager from Little River High School in Little River, South Carolina. He commits, so we get a 4-star run stopper who will help in those run packages early on. He's a bust, but I do like his ratings, 82 block shed. That's still something you can't pass up. That's not all. We get 4-star corner Ty Lamb from Loganville High School in Loganville, Georgia. We go out of state and get a 4-star corner. Pretty impressive. Here he is. I like him. He's more of a man coverage corner, but he's also not afraid to talk some trash and get in your head in the game. 6'2", 195. Very good man. Good speed. Don't know his zone, but I'm pretty confident in Ty Lamb. How about more? 3-star defensive end Lawrence Gentry from Dutch Fork High School in Irmo, South Carolina commits. Another run stopper who's not probably as good as Hager, but he is another pretty solid run stopper in the backfield. Good get. And we got a couple more. We're still not done. We get our punter of the future. Taylor Montez from Naples, Florida commits, a 3-star punter. So we won't be having a walk-on. Our punter is a senior this year, Kai Kroger, who's an all-conference punter. We got his replacement next year in Taylor Montez. And then finally, tight end Otis McNutt from Bowling Springs High School in Bowling Springs, South Carolina. More of a blocking tight end, but we've now gotten 5 recruits this week. A big gain for us. That really helps our recruiting class in terms of the talent that we have. So I'm excited for that. That's awesome. Here are some of the top stories. Ohio State, they knock off Penn State in what was a massive clash. NC State also stays undefeated. They beat Stanford, and they're now your new 1-2. Washington gets an upset win over their former Pac-12, now Big Ten rival in the USC Trojans. That rivalry lives on. A big win for the Huskies. And a big game this week, Alabama versus LSU. Well, let's take a look at the scores last week, starting off with Texas State beating Louisiana in the Sun Belt. FIU victorious over New Mexico State. Liberty, who's the highest Group of 5 team right now, they beat Jacksonville State. Western Kentucky over Kennesaw State. Hasn't been a good first year in the FBS for the state. And then we see Tulane getting a victory. Georgia State knocks off UConn, who had a big win last week against Rice. FAU over South Florida. Purdue beats Northwestern, knocks the Wildcats out of the rankings. Ole Miss, they're back in the top 10. They beat Arkansas on the road. We see Auburn get a win over Vanderbilt. We will see Vandy actually next week. And then Virginia Tech continues to be a sleeper team as they knock off Syracuse by 10. And then Baylor knocks off TCU in a pretty big win in a rivalry matchup. Texas Tech over Iowa State in the Big 12. UAB over Tulsa in the AAC. As you go more down into the Big 10, Minnesota over Illinois on the road. And then UMass gets an upset road win over an SEC school in Mississippi State. Big win for the Minutemen. Oregon knocks off Michigan. The undefeated season of the defending champs is now over. They get it done. The Ducks over the Wolverines. They both could also make the playoffs again. Wisconsin over Iowa. Then Florida knocks off Georgia in Jacksonville. A big win for the Gators. Georgia no longer undefeated, and that'll shake up the SEC. Kentucky also knocks off Tennessee. And then in the ACC, our rivals Clemson beats Louisville, so it seems like the Tigers may be getting on track. Also in the ACC, Florida State knocks off North Carolina. That'll knock the Tar Heels out of the rankings. Oklahoma State now up to 3. They beat Arizona State. UTEP over Middle Tennessee State. Memphis on the road knocks off the Roadrunners. And then in a close one in the Mountain West, Colorado State only beats Nevada by a point. New Mexico over Wyoming out west as well. Chanticleers lose to the Troy Trojans. Also in the Sun Belt, Marshall gets a victory over Louisiana Monroe. Toledo over Eastern Michigan. And in the Big 12, Central Florida, with a big win over Arizona. Rice, they bounce back with a victory over Navy. The Mountaineers lose to the Old Dominion Monarchs at home. Big loss for App State trying to get that wild card bid. Miami victorious over Duke. Michigan State over Indiana in the Big Ten. Also that conference, UCLA over Nebraska. Mountain West action, Fresno State knocks off the Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii is still winless in their conference. Ohio State, we saw them get the win in the game of the week. Washington also versus USC. NC State, we saw that score as well. But we didn't see this one. Houston knocks off Kansas State, upset here in the Big 12. And then finally, San Diego State goes on the road to the Blue Field and beats the Boise State Broncos. Here's a look at your rankings. A little bit shake up at the top. Rutgers up to 4. The Scarlet Knights are your second highest team in the Big Ten. How about that? Because losses to Michigan and Georgia and Penn State all shake up some stuff. They all stay in the top 12, though, so they're still in play for a wild card bid. And we dropped to 21, so we're still in the college football rankings, as hopefully we can stay that way next week. As you can see, a couple of teams join, a couple of teams drop out. But next week, it gets a little bit easier for us. We're on the road, but we're going to face Vanderbilt. And that's not a knock against Vanderbilt, but they're clearly not on the same level of the past 4 teams we played. I mean, in that span, we played Ole Miss, Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Again, that's a gauntlet of 4 games, and we went 2-2. And next week, we got Vanderbilt, who's usually in the bottom half of the SEC. They are currently 16th in the conference. So hopefully we can go on the road and beat Vandy before we play Missouri next week. But again, you can't sleep on the Commodores. This could be a trap game, but that'll do it for this one. You can take a look at their roster. I can't wait to bring that one to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.